and blue will be the first to serve. Into the net right away. Graham, what are you looking to see early from these two teams?
For UC Irvine, they're fresh off a game where they outblocked the top blocking team in the nation. They have no fear. Look for them to stay energetic even when they're down. And for the Bruins, just playing the game that got them to be hosting here as the #1 seed.
Irvine in as an at-large bid. They're 19-8 on the year. That was Ska serving. Micah Wong-Diallo played only 5 matches last year. Now a clear-cut starter, a scorer out of the middle.
With Wong-Diallo, the athleticism just jumps off the court.
Here is Wong-Diallo, 8 in blue. Cameron Costi will work it to the Big West Freshman of the Year, none other than Andre Jokanovic. And Irvine head coach David Niffen looks on. His team, while being the head coach, has reached the NCAA semifinals 3 times, 2013, 2015, 2024. Winning today would be #4 for him. Throw it out for Rama, and that is scooped up by Shane Aiken. The block was there. Rowan up there along with Cam Thorne. Thorne has led his team in blocking in 4 out of the last 5 matches.
It's a bit of a shank on the receive from UCI. That gives time for the Bruins blockers to collect and collapse.
The 3-time All-American. Here's Rowan, big server. Options available. Trevor Clark gets the score, the transfer from San Diego Mesa College, the 6'10 junior.
We're starting this game on 10, Brian. Andrew Rowan with no fear, even in a game that's been so close between these two programs over the past seasons, and this one especially, they're still going for it.
And going for that serve was Jokanovic last night. He had 2 aces, also had 2 block solos. That was huge. You mentioned Irvine out-blocking Penn State last night. The best blocking team in the nation, the Nittany Lions. Hanging up there, and that wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing of sequences, but it worked for Clark. John Hawks, year #2, head coach for UCLA. His team gone all the way to the national championship match and lost last year, hoping for the breakthrough in season 2. Clark is serving to Christopher Conley. David Decker bringing the firepower, the red shirt junior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
There are just so many places for Andrew Rowan to go with this ball. That time sets it over his head, and Decker brings the fire.
Cam Thorne, 2-time ABC first-team All-America selection, will serve at Jokanovic. Andreas Brink had to go with the offhand, and the point will belong to UCLA off the attacking errors. They try to figure things out with that connection.
Just looked out of sync there for the Anteaters, and they were arguing for an interference, still trying to get that point, but it'll go to the Bruins.
The Bruins have won their last 9 matches. For the second service error, as Irvine all square at 5.
David Niffen told us before the game that this is a UCLA team that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Well, already we've seen 2 service errors.
And another one, this one from William Darcy, who went 13 of 26 last night, a double-digit kill outing. Here's Decker. Over 50 aces on the year, and that one does not find the court. You've got Decker and Rowan each with over 50 aces of their own this season.
That's why it's shocking that we're starting this game this way. Both teams a little bit loose right now.
Andreas Brink, the freshman from Denmark, serves. Conley got underneath that one. Sean Kelly got denied. Costi was there along with Micah Goss, and they are in synergy for the stop.
It's not the best receive from UCLA, and the Anteaters, while the Bruins were fumbling around, were ready for that block.
Rowan will look Kelly's way, and Brink was right there in zone 6. Darcy exhibiting the firepower as he laces one down the line. Hit over 400 last night, and he's picking up right where he left off.
How about the reverse flow from the setter there? Cameron Costi going up over his head and giving enough time on that set for his hitter to get in position.
In position to swing was Micah Wong Diallo. He airs. That is 4 straight points for Irvine.
You can feel the momentum is absolutely on the visitors' side early here.
UCLA.
And Niffen, he's still got the attitude like he was a player, and he coaches that into his team. That's why you see this UCI squad. They've got no fear no matter where or who they have to play.
We were talking about Cameron Costi. He took the shot to the face last night, and we spoke with Coach Niffen about that. He said Costi is totally fine, ready to play, no lingering effects. Micah Goss off a trampoline, and he moves that shot wide of the mark. No touch.
Razor thin margins. We're going to be saying that all night long here in Pauley Pavilion. The blocks on UCLA forced that shot to go out of bounds, had nowhere else to put it.
Kelly bringing the heat. Unsuccessful with that serve. The Bruins are 12-0 at home during the regular season, and they have won the last 12 meetings against UCI. The sophomore in Goss preparing to serve out of Santa Barbara. This one is not going to be returned. Micah Goss bringing it.
Listen to this place. You'd think we were at the Bren, the way the Anteater fans are making noise, and they deserve it. No chance of stopping that serve from Goss.
Irvine, as a team, they're averaging 1.53 aces per set. That is 17th in the nation. He is looking for that tight target in zone 5 in the corner. Airs with a very aggressive type of serve.
Both sides going aggressive, to be sure, on the serves. 4 service aces apiece for these teams as the match keeps flowing. Get ready to see some longer rallies.
Micah Wong Diallo serves at brink. Cameron Costi goes on 2, and it's the 4th straight match he's had at least 1 kill.
And that's why you gotta stay aggressive on the serve. UCLA lets off the break for 1 second, and immediately the Anteaters get the side out.
12 serving 9. Too strong there. A total of 9 service errors combined. Vukanovich got a swing, and then Kelly with a little razzle-dazzle to Zach Rama, the 2 top point scorers on the team, coming up with touches 2 and 3.
It was only a matter of time before we called this guy's name. Zach Rama was there on the defensive end, part of that 2-man block for the Bruins. Just seconds later, levitates up for the kill.
Levitating up for a big-time swat. Trevor Clark, who leads the Big West, coming in at attack percentage at .511.
You can already feel the energy just bubbling off this game, and we haven't even gotten into the flow yet.
Off speed from Jokanovic at Conley. Kelly, a misfire. No touch, and Kelly having a hard time getting in a rhythm.
Neither team really setting up their outsides or opposites like they would like right now. Give credit to both teams' defenses. The blocking assignments are on. There's nowhere to put it.
Finally got it again with a reception. That's Aiken diving after it. Darcy closes it out by taking on the double block, and Will Darcy is 2 for 2.
The dig by Aiken sets it all up, and that is just too much space for a player of Darcy's caliber on the right side.
Kelly with a good touch off the reception. Zach Rama, cross-body attempt, no touch, but they are going to the Bruins challenge, and they think that they make a good argument for reversing the call. So we are going to see our first challenge. Each team is allotted 3 challenges, and if you win the challenge, you get to keep it.
It was a confident challenge call for John Hawks and UCLA. Taking another look, Rama going up. To me, you can see that changed trajectory. I think this one will get overturned.
Mark and Darcy were up there, as you can see it from the net cam.
Looked like just off the forearm of Darcy there on the outside.
Our down official is Chris Hahn. He is taking a look at the video evidence to see if there is indisputable evidence to make the change.
Right there, you can start to see the ball spinning a little bit differently. Is that enough to overrule the call on the floor? I'm not sure.
They say that when you have instant replay, that it's supposed to make your job easier. I'm watching that, and I think it's even harder to make that decision.
When we saw it in real time, Brian, I thought I was sure about it. When we slow it down, I get unsure.
Counterintuitive technology in this particular setting. As we continue to think through this last point.
I think you can see there, it's very slight, but it looks like the trajectory of the ball is changed a bit there by Darcy. Here's a great look right down the sideline. And I think that ball may even be in without that interference from Darcy and the Anteaters.
You think so?
Yes.
To me, it looked like you could be onto something, but it looked a little bit wide. But I think what they are looking at, the challenge is going to be focused on the net touch, or to see if there was a touch.
It's fitting that this is our first challenge of the day.
After all of that, nothing is going to change. So not enough seen to make the overturning of the call.
It's fitting, Brian, because this is what we're seeing through this first set so far. Good sets for the hitters, but nowhere to put it. Great defense by UCI on that last point.
Cam Thorne is not going to see that shot get defended as the Bruins end another 4-0 run for Irvine.
It is just unfair when UCLA can feed #1 up the middle like that through the legs of Jokanovic.
Rossi to Clark, off of Rowan. Aitken diving after it. Brink on 2. Grittiness and hustle incarnate for Irvine.
The Anteaters are gonna go right at the Bruins star setter, Andrew Rowan, twice in a row. He got the first dig, the second one he could not get up.
Or coming up short there. This is the 9th all-time NCAA appearance for UC Irvine. They last won a national title in 2013. That was the first year when David Niffen was the head coach.
I think Niffen will be very pleased with how his team has performed so far in this first set. He told us UCLA doesn't make mistakes, we do. Well, so far both teams making mistakes.
A high ball to Darcy. Rowan has options. 2 kills now for David Decker, who is hitting over 300 on the year.
It's easy to see why Decker's hitting so good. We know that he brings the power. That time eases off a bit and opts for placement.
Trent Taliaferro steps in to serve, number 9 in blue. Awfully close, and it just didn't quite sink in front of the baseline.
Bruins were quick to go to the pinch server, and it doesn't go their way. Huge opportunity for UCI here.
A case of maybe Darcy thinking a little bit too much on what he wanted to do there.
We saw both sides start with ultra-aggressive serves. They've both since eased off, and still the service errors are piling up.
It's Decker forcing the overpass and then getting the first touch. Sean Kelly blasts away. He is 8th in the nation in attack percentage at .396.
Hard work that time for Decker. Digs up the return on his own serve and sets it up on the other side.
Decker 3rd in the nation in number of aces with 53. That's Goss with the left hand. Kelly goes left hand. Right in front of Chris Conley. A cerebral decision, a prudent play for the beach volleyball standout, the freshman from Denmark, Brink.
And that's a beach volleyball move right there, pushing it down, but does so with enough force so it dives and dies on the court.
Andreas Brink. And out of the backcourt, Zach Rama executes the kill, averaging 3.62 kills per set.
The Bruins' best attacks today have been coming up the middle. That time, Rama operates from the back row.
Options for Kosti. Jokanovic takes it into the block, and then it hits the antenna. That would be an 8th assist for Kosti. Irvine has not beaten UCLA since 2017. In disarray off the Goss serve, but then nobody covered the middle of the court. The roll shot was a thing of beauty.
The Anteaters thought they got away with one. It's a shank on the receive, but Rama moves all the way again to the middle of the court and finds the opening.
Grayson Bradford, the ABCA High School Player of the Year in 2025, is in to serve. Manhattan Beach. Clark got spoon-fed, and it's all about the crispness of the pass to set up the big man.
Anteaters taking a page out of the Bruins playbook, going up the middle. Clark has been the star of the show so far for the Anteaters.
Here's Kosti. Rowan trying to link up with Rama. Jokanovic will take it on 2. Darcy into the block of Thorne, and he was right next to him, Zach Rama, and Darcy towering over the block, and the Bruins. This great trajectory. He wishes it was just the start of the conference season.
So refreshing talking to Niffen. He's so straightforward. He acknowledges that UCI is not getting the top recruits in the nation like UCLA does consistently, and they do not care. He says, we're all we got, we're all we need. UCLA, he said he hasn't seen them 25-0 anyone this year. They can get 1 point or 2. He said he's not much of a math guy, but it sounds like the Anteaters can hang, and they're doing just that and more.
That they are up by 4. Kosti out of the timeout with the offering. Aitken will step into set. And Darcy got denied that time. Aitken was a setter in high school. He had to play that second touch. The Bruin block was there.
Disorganized on the attack here. They don't get their setter toss in that time. Darcy doesn't have enough momentum to power through.
Rowan the serve. The offense will go to Rama. He'll get the call again. Darcy with the left hand, the cover, and it ricochets off of Clark. The Bruins are starting to hold things down, protecting the
hand, Brian. 6 service errors already for the Bruins.
Jokanovic, tough one. Leads to a put down out of the middle. Off the overplay for Clark, and 4 set points matriculate for the visitors. Irvine.
5th kill of the day for Clark. Looked like we were in for a joust, but Rowan could not get up to the net in time.
Conley handling the firepower off that serve. Kelly. Nobody, according to Coach Hawks, spent more time in the weight room this offseason than Kelly. Said he was addicted to the weight room, and you can see by that live arm.
I wouldn't want to spot him at the gym, Brian.
Over on one. Frosty and Jokanovic looked at each other, and Cam Thorne got the conversion. A mini run has let the team know, hey, we're pretty good even though we're young.
The identity of this UCI team is that of the underdog, anteater, played in such a tough conference all year long. We're constantly snubbed as far as the top rankings go, and they're showing they are not done playing. And like Coach Niffen told us, their best volleyball is ahead of them. This is a program trending way up.
A 3rd set point upcoming as Zach Rama toes the service line. Clark dug by Chris Conley. And off a bump set, Sean Kelly, problem solving at its finest. Hits an out of system ball for a score.
I thought Sean Kelly was trapped here. 3 blockers are waiting for him. How does he make it through? Aims low and off the arm of Clark. Excellent placement.
Serves to Brink this time. Darcy. What a get from Rama. The joust. Thorne has to set. Transition opportunity for the Anteaters. Kept alive. Rama tried, but too good in the end. Brink converts despite Herculean-like effort from the